Hey brother, have a seat my friend.
Awesome.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Big Three, my sweat for their tears, and as I say every time, strive, thrive, live, grow through, challenge, and live the life that you deserve. And over the last few months I have actually learned to do that mentally by joining a group called Man Up, which is a men's social focus awareness group that helps address certain topics. So I'm here to introduce you to my head facilitator, and his name is
Scooter. Hi, how you guys going? So yeah, I run a Man Up at Up Shailer Park, and so we're up to now our 15 weeks. We finished our cycle, and here we are tonight. So it's a celebration. It's also that we've gone through our weeks of a lot of topics anyway, a lot of breakthrough as well. Me personally, it's been an experience as I've been with Man Up now for, it feels like a long time now, but I facilitated it out for the first time. So this was my first cycle, which was good. I've learned a lot more about myself as well, but I've also gained brotherhood, and I've created a new network of friends, and which is lifelong, brothers. But yeah, it's been an honour to be sitting here with Corey as he's finished his 15 weeks. He's come a long way from day one.
wasn't that long.
Well, it's 15 weeks, mate, pretty much.
Yeah, it did take a while.
So it was good, yeah. So so it's an honour to be here tonight, but also to be here at Corey's Buddy, as with with the rest of our men, our crew, and to finish our 15 weeks. So not just it's a 15-week program where it's just finished now. We're actually going back into week 1 next week. So the cycle's just going to keep on going and going and going. So it'll be an ongoing thing. An ongoing support for men, and to get them, get them better for themselves, their family, and the community.
So with this Man Up in Shailer Park, it was just established, and I understand that's where I first met Sam and Monty, both really good friends of yours.
Yes, definitely.
But they actually appointed you as a facilitator. So what do they mean by a facilitator for Man Up?
Well, basically, a facilitator is someone that's done the 15-week course. That's basically, like it's for me personally, it took me a while. It wasn't one of those things where I could just do the 15 weeks and then become a facilitator. I had to do it a lot of times to basically to do it a couple of cycles to become better in myself. Obviously, everyone's got issues, but for me, I had to do it. And when I was doing it, something just hit me inside. Something just triggered me to move into Shailer Park and to start something there, to start a Man Up there. And so I had encouragement from Monty, who basically gave me the push, and I spoke to him one afternoon and told him that I wanted to start up a Man Up in Shailer Park, and he said, go and do it. You got my blessings, and you can do it. So the encouragement was there with him, and as well with Sam as well, but mainly with Monty. He gave me that push, and obviously with my cycles, with coming into Man Up and stuff, I was actually with him. So I was under him and stuff, which I still am, but yeah. So
people are probably wondering, who is this Monty guy? But can I ask, I'll just state something here as well. So when you first started coming into a cycle, how much did that cost you?
Nothing.
And how much do you get paid as a facilitator?
No, it's basically, it doesn't come down to any money. It's basically come with a heart. And so it's not a profit organisation, it's not through the government, and basically one day Man Up will be. The government will see that this is the best thing for families and the best thing for men as well as ladies. Yeah. So I just come with I basically just give my heart to it, yeah, that's where I get rewarded from it is basically after a Man Up session, when I got told from another brother that I've had massive breakthrough from the night. Thank you very much, Scooter. I feel better now. That's where I get appreciated, and that's where I get the reward. Yeah. So
how much growth? Where would you like to see Man Up go in Shailer Park for you?
For me personally, like it's I started at Shailer Park, and it was just me and St. Hamlin, and we basically started it up there. But the thing was, when I moved there, it was sort of like I wasn't expecting anything, because I didn't know the growth of it, of any people seeing it being there. So from going in there, coming out of that, like I've got a couple of brothers there now that that have come a long way. But I'm hoping to hit the whole of Shailer Park and just to hit every man that's that lives in that area and around that area as well. So that's good.
So, of all the subjects that we've talked about, so over the 15 weeks we do go over what's called demons in my house. And over that we go over expectations, jealousy, perversion, heaviness, heal my heart, broken-hearted, unforgiveness, etc., etc., identity and purpose. All these subjects are talked about. Over all of these subjects, is there any one of these subjects, jealousy or anything like that, how many cycles have you done now?
I've done the cycles many times now, heaps,
Yeah.
a lot. I find
3
it
to 5?
more than that, probably, yeah, double that sort of thing. But look, I
So
think we've
in
met
saying
up.
that, in saying that,
Yes,
how much time have you spent in that?
I've spent with Man Up now. I've been with Man Up now for just over 2 years.
2 years,
and
it's 3-month cycles?
Yeah, 3-month cycle. So yes, we've Man Up, and yeah, so it's been a while now since we've been with them. It's for me personally, I think every topic attracts me with it because it's like there's always something that we go through that with the other brothers, that when the Man Up does come in or the Man Up session does come in, it's something that with the brothers that we have a discussion beforehand, and so we'll actually discuss about what the topic is.
Yeah.
So we obviously fall into
For
that.
myself,
So
where I was sort of going with that, for myself, I found heaviness hard.
yeah,
It was a pretty intense topic, and I always feel like there will always be a time where heaviness will affect me. If not myself, my partner. I understand your partner's going through something at the moment as well.
yes, yeah,
So you guys are spending a bit of time apart because she's suffering. She's actually going through heaviness in the heart of it
yes,
as well.
yes,
As well as you both are. You're both missing each other or whatnot.
yes.
So a lot of these subjects, they don't just come up. You don't just go to one cycle and then it doesn't come up again. Like we're talking about broken-hearted and jealousy.
Yeah.
Each cycle, you can keep coming up and keep talking about the same subject, and you'll always have a different reference.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can keep going for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and it'll continue.
Yeah,
to
that's
help
right. You can just keep going, and like the encouragement for me is like I love it. It's sort of like going into my first session of Man Up. I didn't open up, straight away sort of thing. It took me a while, and I guess after a while doing it, it just it was gaining trust from the other brothers, and I found trust straight away sort of thing, because I could relate to the other brothers with what circumstances and what they were going through. So yeah, look, it's awesome for me. I've had massive breakthrough. I had a problem that was mediated through Man Up with a family member. So look, I guess the biggest thing for me for Man Up was to sum it all off was I had unforgiveness. And I held on to that for a long time.
Is it to do with your
Family, family member. So with that, it was basically we had Man Up basically broke me into forgiving and not holding on to someone else's.
Can you explain unforgiveness? Because we're not talking about forgiving someone. We're talking about an uncommon word, unforgiveness. Can you explain that to myself and everyone else?
About unforgiveness. Well, for me, I had something that happened to me with the family and stuff like that, and I for a while, I didn't speak to them for a while, and it was one of those things that was personal sort of thing, and over a period of time, hearing from other brothers and stuff like that were going through the same circumstance that I went through, they all basically said to me, look, Scotty, you need to forgive. By forgiving, you can set yourself free.
Let go of all those
you can let go of all those thoughts, you can let go of all those things that are dragging you down, and they were weighing you down. So,
for example, would be just someone just mentioning their name.
Yes, well that's right, exactly.
A simple thing is seeing a car that they used to drive.
Yes, that's
it
right,
would automatically
bring on those things, the feelings and stuff.
So they're the things you're talking about that you had to unforgive to let go of.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. So what else were you saying?
Yeah, so, and for me, I was very, I was very hearty about, very stubborn to just, to forgive, and then I found in my heart, one day I was just obviously finding Jesus, and just unlocking all those things that were inside that was bottling up and weighing me down. And since then, it's like, you know, I forgive, and I feel terrific now. Like it's.
The only thing is, it is quite funny. Like we talk about an unusual word like unforgiveness, but we're actually all we're doing is calling something that we have labelled. We're calling it something else, and it's almost easier to, instead of I can't forgive that person, I can unforgive. But just by changing the way we think about that word helps us to alleviate those thoughts and pressure. We're able to let that go. Well, I can't forgive you, but I can unforgive you to continue my life without having these thoughts.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that was one thing that I learned from Man Up, was a different perspective of other people, of how to look at situations and how we look at words and how we place on our heart what those words mean to me. So now you can be around your brother, and it doesn't bother
around
you
the
as
whole.
much.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm now. I've got no problem at all. Like I've got love. You know, I've always had love. I've got it. You know, like, I'm a love.
You do.
You know,
I tell you, every time I see you, it's always
exactly. So like,
chest, back
look,
up.
I guess
I can feel your hand on my back, rubbing me,
definitely.
pull me in, and I'll go, I feel that love.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So, yeah, look, but yeah, for Man Up itself, like, I'm excited for next week. I'm excited for the next cycles.
Yeah.
I'm also excited to get out there to the community, also to bring more men into Man Up, and help them, basically. So, for me personally, for Man Up, I just want to help another man. I want to help another man. If I can help him, then I can help his family. If I can help his family, I can help the next generation. I can help, you know, and so Man Up's helped me, and so I'm ready to throw that to another man. So.
That's awesome, bro. It's a really good pledge and goal. It's not just a dream. Like a lot of people have a lot of dreams, but for you, it's a goal, and it's almost seems like it's a passion that you've adopted.
Yeah, I definitely.
And it's something I don't see you ever stopping. And I think that the more passionate you are, which you have, Man Up's going to grow in Shailer Park.
Oh,
I'm very hopeful.
Yes.
But anyway, so is there any passing words or thoughts you'd like to say to myself or anyone out there?
First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to, I guess, Monty Retai. You know, he pushed me from day one. He had believed in me. Not saying no one has believed in me, but he had believed in me, and he had that push to make me to where I'm now. So a big thank you to him and his family. I also just want to, just thanks to Man Up itself for the change for me. Obviously our Pastor Sam Tamaki, I want to thank you to him, and to Bishop as well, Bishop Brian Tamaki, for establishing this Man Up, this move, which is, it's gonna grow like cancer, and but also for tonight I want to thank Corey. Obviously this is our celebration for tonight. We're in his Friday at the moment.
Cheers, bro.
He's awesome. So his idea was to come here and to have it here at his house. So I want to say a big thank you to him, because he's done it 15 weeks, and he's done that now. And so look, I've regained awesome confidence from this man. Yes. But anyway, so look, all I want to say is big thank you, and I'm ready to rock and roll for next week. So we're at Shailer Park Wednesday night at 6:30. So if you've got any family, brothers, uncles, grandfathers, great grandfathers, come along. Yeah, and awesome. That's great. And Corey will shout you a large cappuccino.
Yeah, I'll show you a soft food cone.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks for your time, Scooter.
Yes.
So Scooter is obviously the facilitator, so we wanted to start the interview process with him, obviously, because I'm so grateful and thankful that he is a facilitator for Man Up in Shailer Park, because he's a fresh. You're a fresh breath of fresh air. Because you're just starting yourself. Yes. So you're learning just as much about us as we are about you.
Definitely. And still learning more
every day.
Yeah.
Not just about.
That's right. Awesome.
Oh, brother. So we'll move on. We'll get someone else in here and have another chat.
Awesome.
So thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome.
Cheers, bro.
Sweet.
Thanks, guys. Have a seat, my friend. Awesome.
Hey,
Good. Good, man. This is my second interview today, and I'd like to introduce to you from Man Up,
Zane.
Zane. And Zane, obviously the Shailer Park Man Up has only just started, so have you come from another Man Up to the Shailer Park one?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I started up in Benlee.
Benlee.
Yeah, that's my first introduction to Man Up through Monty.
Monty?
Yeah, yeah. We sourced him on Facebook and sent him a message and said that I had a few issues and needed to get things rolling.
So why did you, how did you, we know you found them on the internet,
Yep.
and you had a few issues, but what made you go to Man Up and nobody else?
It was presented to me through my ex-wife
Yep.
to go to Man Up
Yep.
as a resort to try and do something about the problems that I had.
Okay.
So they're going through government options and spending money. It was a resource that was available to us as an option.
Yeah, there was a study done in Australia, and it broke down on a graph the reasons why people put up with mental health issues or with medical issues. Cost was at the peak of it.
Yep.
And you'd agree?
Yes, oh definitely.
If the cost wasn't so high?
Yep.
And so how much did you pay for it for Man Up?
Nothing, free.
Nothing.
No, it was completely voluntary.
And how much have you paid, how much have you invested so far financially?
None, nothing.
Free.
Yeah.
How good is that?
It's life-altering, really.
Life-altering.
The community is
Yep.
starving for,
Yep.
because usually when you're down and out,
Yeah.
it's usually emotionally and financially.
Well, yeah, they tie in very close, don't they?
Yes, they do. You're looking for, you're trying to reach out, and then people are saying, well, we want money to help you,
Yeah.
you're at another loss.
Yeah.
But the Man Up, there's no closed doors.
Yeah. And can you tell everyone how long have you been with Man Up?
I've been in Man Up now for 2 cycles,
2 cycles?
so it's 30 weeks.
30 weeks?
Yeah.
That's good, and any time you're going to be tapping out?
No, I plan to stick with Man Up for as long as I can. You know? Like, I do little bits here and there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's contributed a lot to me. It's helped me in such a way that I want to give back a little bit as well.
That's fantastic. And there's no pressure at all to commit to these cycles either, is there?
No, anytime you want to get up and walk out, it's up to you. There's no pressure. There's no one forcing you to come or
Yeah.
say or do anything. It's just come in, have a look,
Yeah.
and have a listen. And,
So you didn't know Monty or anyone before?
No.
Did you feel there was expectations on you to go out?
no, there wasn't. No, I went in for my first session and
Yeah.
I sort of gravitated from there. I just thought, wow,
It's
it's
awesome.
nice people, you know. Like,
So you were saying before about maybe the local councils picking up. So far we have no cost. There's no expectation. And there's no commitment.
No.
And they can come in and out of the 15 weeks whenever they please.
Yes.
And they can talk about the subjects as they come up.
that's right.
That's awesome. So we were talking before about the topics that we spoke about. So unforgiveness, heal my heart. Is there any one of those, especially because your ex-wife recommended Man Up for you, is there any one of those that are there in what, is this your third or second cycle?
Second cycle.
Is there anything that you've gone over the second time that you still felt like?
Every time you go into a session, it brings up small things in you that you've never recognised or noticed before, and it just sets off switches.
Yeah.
You know, you get to deal with issues every day, and it's a release as well.
I've noticed, like, this was my first cycle, and that's 3 months. So I've consistently seen you for the majority of every week of those, every Wednesday.
Yep.
And I've seen such a massive change. There was times where you came in and you were heavy.
Yep. Very anxious, anxiety, and stuff like that.
But by the end of that session, we started to get a bit of banter and a bit of laughing out of you.
Yep.
So it's very therapeutic for you on a weekly basis.
It's very therapeutic. You can't go into society, normal today's society, and talk like that.
No.
Because people just say, you know, harden up. Well, you know, man up.
Yeah.
We share and we care for each other.
Yeah. And from this, you've actually given me a lot of advice as well. Do you feel like this is also educating you?
I think we all have a specific role to play,
Yeah.
and we all help each other.
Yeah, we do.
Because if I'm thinking in one train of thought, and there's 3 other trains of thought, we're all communicating those and putting them together into a ball, which is a solution. And at the end of the day, we're all helping each other, and that's essentially what it's about.
We're pretty much our own village. When people say it takes a village to raise someone, we have become our own village raising men.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're not saying bold men, we're saying men who respect women, who respect ourselves, and we're showing children that respect as well. You're also a proud father?
Oh yeah, very proud.
Yeah? Look at the smile on this guy whenever you talk about his boys.
That's what my boys.
Yeah? And I bet if only they knew how far you've come. You
But they
know.
will one day,
They
yeah,
will
because
one day.
I'll see it in me.
Yeah.
I'll see the progress and.
I've seen a change even in the way you're dressing, like you've gone and brought a van now because you're looking to look more, expand yourself as well.
Yeah, just trying to keep costs down and be more financially stable. So,
Yeah.
you know, the old car was just a bit of fuel and
Yeah.
just getting a bit ratty and
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
So good to hear, man. So proud of you, guys. Because I've known, and that's only 3 months that I've known you, but in the time over the 15 weeks, we have gone over very heavy topics. And yeah, so before we were talking, when we started Man Up, you were talking about your past and the substance abuse and whatnot, and the journey that you've come from. So what advice can you give anyone out there who's going through that same stage of their life, how they can start to reach out to Man Up, or how they can look to stopping and changing their life? Any advice for them?
You've really got to look inside yourself. You know, you've got to be honest with yourself, but really truthful and own your mistakes and grow with it. You know, it's all growth. A lot of people see it as a downfall. It's not a downfall, it's your growth. You actually go up from there. I mean, we all have an addiction, whether it be drugs or consumerism or, you know, smoking or drinking or gambling or collecting or hoarding. The addiction is a wide spectrum. So drugs is just one part of it, which unfortunately is not a big part.
No.
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And one thing that I did pick up was with your ex-wife. I mean, your ex-wife is part of that past that was not so great. But I guess now, if you're out there and your past is not so great, but if you have children, that's your future, and that's what can also help you come out the other end of substance abuse.
Yes.
So yeah, I'd like to say thanks, Zane. I know you're a busy man. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us, but also talking about my first 15 cycle where I got to meet you and the boys, and we got to talk about Man Up's first 15-week cycle and go over those subjects. It's an honour to meet you, bro. You've done so well. I'm so proud of you, and I've only known you for 3 months, and I have friends that have been in that same situation that are stuck in it, so I know how hard you have fought every day to get through this. So, congratulations.
Every day. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, man. All the best. You see, my friend?
Thanks, mate.
So here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Big 3 My Sweet for the ETS. As I say every time, strive, thrive, live the life that you deserve. And this is the last interview for our 15-week cycle for Man Up. And here I am talking again with my good friend
Shane Taylor.
Did you feel that energy? Hey,
I'm getting interrogated here.
yeah. So Shane, what I've been talking about with the guys is obviously this is the end of my first 15-week cycle, but this is how many cycles have you done yourself?
This will be my second.
Second.
Yes.
Where's the last one come from?
Ben Lee.
Ben
So,
Lee.
and Ben Lee, and then come over to Logan, over to Stanview.
He's almost there. There's still a little devil inside me, but you can get him.
Stay away from the
Yeah.
light. Walk into the light.
So, you've come from Ben Lee to Shailer Park. Did
Yes.
you get asked to help set this one up, or did you
just,
volunteer for it?
I guess Scooter asked me to come along, Robert. Asked me to come along and just be a little bit of support, and then I come along one day and I ran into yourself, and then I ran into some good people as well.
Yeah.
And now that we cemented that little bond of friendship that we've grown with, it's grown bigger and we've become friends.
Do you know one thing I've noticed, that there's no real, it's quite confronting going to a focus group sometimes, because you can be intimidating going there because you don't know the characters that are going to be there, but everybody's different.
Yeah, for sure.
You're the talkative, happy, love introducing yourself to people, making people feel welcome.
Yes.
Was that always a part of your nature?
Yeah, pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nor my honey boy, come in, everybody.
I got my sunnies off.
Yeah. Remember last time we had his sunnies on, we had a couple of friends request, hey bro!
Bro, take your sunnies off.
Take your sunnies
I
off!
want to look into your eyes.
And now all the ladies out there are going,
No.
yeah. So, no, this is what I was asking Zane and the other guys.
Yep.
This is your second cycle, so is there any one of the topics that you've found has benefited you
Well,
over and over again? When we talk about heal my heart, broken hearted, forgiveness, jealousy, purpose, anything like that that you've found?
every topic is always, you've always find something.
Oh, definitely.
You know, so all the topics that you've just mentioned just there in the 15-week program,
Yeah.
every topic you always gain something.
Yeah.
No matter what, like you might think that you won't get anything,
Yeah.
but like just for example, the other week when you and Zane were talking,
Yeah.
you gave me something that I used, bro, that helped me during the week.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that, but I just told you now.
Oh,
yeah.
bro.
Hey, bro. Yeah, no, I did, because
That's awesome.
Because it was something that we were talking about,
Yeah.
and something that used to discuss, and I think what we were talking about, I think it was revolution. No, it would have been purpose, I think it was, bro. And something that was bugging me at the time, like, you know, you fellas were talking about something in a situation that you had been through, and then I took that,
Yeah.
and what you fellas said meant something to me. It
Yeah.
had a purpose for me.
Yeah.
Oh, get it? There was purpose. Oh!
Topic, purpose.
Purpose.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it actually did, bro. It helped me
Yeah.
during the week. Actually, the following week, it was a curveball, and then, no, it actually, I used that, bro, as a
Yeah.
purpose to not let it put me down, you know what I mean? And not let me feel all, oh, it's all to me, and, you know, I'm going to get all upset and that and walk to the ducks. Or,
Yeah, I noticed with these groups as well, sometimes you come in confident and you feel like a leader, other times you feel down and you
Yeah.
feel like you just want to let someone else lead because you're not in a really good place.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the benefit. When you're low, the others bring you up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is, you know, as the bro always says, iron sharpens iron.
Nice.
You know, like Zane's knowledge to your knowledge to my knowledge, and with Scooter's knowledge, you know, it's 20 years of experience of me walking on the dark side, you know,
Yeah.
and then with us, you know, we've learned with different things that we've all experienced, it grows, you know what I mean? And your iron may not sharpen me one day, might sharpen Scooter,
Yeah.
or Zane's knowledge might sharpen yours.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing that I love with Up Shailer Park and Logan Home Man Up crew that we have.
Yeah.
Because we've all of us have experienced that.
Definitely.
That's great.
I mean, I won't go into my own age, but if you take my life experience, add that with your life experience,
Now go to
we've got about 50 years of experience here, right?
yeah, bro, yeah. We're young fellas, all of our age, close to
Yeah. We don't live long enough to make all the wrong mistakes. It's good if we can go and listen to others and hear what's happened to them, because we can learn from their mistakes. Life is the longest thing we will ever do, but it's also the shortest thing we do. So we have to figure out that middle part and how we can make that a better quality of life for ourselves. And I really do think that Man Up helps people achieve that.
Oh yeah, it gives you the tools to handle to utilise with those daily struggles that you have during society, you know.